Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another.
Let me ask you a question. When you were in high school, right, when you were in school as a kid, when you had struggles with geometry, algebra, chemistry, physics, Spanish, maybe reading, the only way for you to get better at these subjects were to put in the work. You have to invest time, effort, energy, work in order to get better at these subjects and to ultimately succeed. Okay? In order to get better at anything, you have to work at it. Again, I have to do this video again, okay? I had to really break down some more statistics, okay, in this game that just occurred last year, the monstrosity where the New York Liberty defeated my Chicago Sky. Our skyscrapers have fallen, okay? Angel Reese, that was the worst game I have ever seen her play, okay? I know she can do much better than that. Angel Reese played 27 minutes. She made 2 points, had 1 assist, and she had 12 rebounds, okay? Now, again, I inserted that clip in the beginning of this video to make a point. That was just embarrassing. You ever suffer from secondhand embarrassment? The fact that, again, this happens so many times, and it's like they don't know how to counter attack when that happens. It's not just the New York Liberty, but mainly the New York Liberty. Anytime Angel Reese has that ball possession in her hand, the New York Liberty will literally surround her and jump her. Whereas you see the rest of the Chicago Sky players, they literally are watching this happen, and they are offering Angel Reese no help. And instead of Angel Reese kicking that ball out, which I would have did, they said, again, I read my comments, guys, in my previous video that I made last night commenting on the game, okay, because it was a disaster. Somebody in the comments said, yo, Geneva, I was literally at the Chicago Wintrust Arena Stadium watching this game. The entire crowd, okay, the Chicago Sky supporters and fans, they were literally yelling at Angel Reese, pass the ball. And what does she do? She tries, again, she got 4 rebounds from her own offensive rebounds, which again, it's to me, it's low-key cringe. Okay, it's great that she's able to, get her misses, but still, she kept missing the ball. Okay, that's not a good look, Angel. You need to stop playing selfishly and pass the ball. But you can tell she was playing hurt. And when I say she's playing hurt, she's not playing hurt physically. She's playing hurt from her ego. Her ego and pride, you can tell, was hurt because, again, at that point, up into that game, she was still scoreless. I think that was the 3rd quarter. She only scored finally in the 4th and final quarter. She finally got 2 points. She missed all 4. Maybe it was 6 of her free throws. Unacceptable. So she's hurt and embarrassed. Okay, her pride and ego is got bruised. So it's literally 4 women, 3 or 4 New York Liberty players on her. She's still trying to check up shots. No one ain't gonna get her nowhere because, again, she was just that hurt. Her pride and ego, because she felt shame knowing that she had no points. That's not how you play the game, Angel. That's not how the game of basketball works. When you are getting surrounded like that, you need to put your pride aside and pass the dang ball. And the rest of the Chicago Sky players just looking worthless, a bump on the log. They're just watching all this go on, not even offering no help, not even trying to run to her aid to try to get the ball. Again, everybody needs to be fired. Again, looking at social media and just reading my comments from my previous video, I'm starting to see, a lot of the same freaking talking points that's getting on my nerves. Oh, guys, don't worry. It's just game 2 of the season. It's 44 games. We got 44 games we got to play this season. Somebody had the nerve. I didn't even delete the comments. Again, racist and sexist comments, hateful comments of the players. If you're not critiquing their skills, if you're being petty and kicking up drama between women, again, I understand the Caitlin Clark comparisons of Angel Reese, even though they do not play the same position. I'll let those comments ride because, again, Caitlin Clark is going to make sure she makes some points per game, period. There is no excuse. It's unacceptable for both Angel Reese and Kamilla Cardoso to leave a game without at least 10 points. That is the bare minimum. And I want to hear none of this, that, and the third. No. Somebody had the nerves in my comments, okay, in my previous video from last night's game to say, well, give them until game 10. Are you out your mind? You think I'm about to sit here and watch this just embarrassing monstrosity and wait until game 10 for us to finally improve? You know what? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Y'all remind me of Moses in the Bible. Remember for 40 years, Moses and the Egyptians was just wandering around the desert, claiming they're going to find the land of milk and honey. And yeah, we promise y'all it's the land of milk and honey. Guys, the Chicago Sky, y'all have been promising us for 40 plus years now that we're going to get it to the land of the milk and honey. Oh, we're going to get a championship. We're going to make it to the playoffs. All we got to do is this. All we need is a little bit of that. We just got to get rid of Teaspoon. We just got to get rid of Kennedy Carter. She's a toxic person in the locker room. All we need is this. All we need is a little bit of that, and we're going to make it there. When? We've been in the desert wandering around looking crazy for 40 plus years. Guys, I'm tired of the broken promises. I'm not about to wait until no damn 10th game for us to finally get our mess together. Again, Angel Reese looked horrible. Kamilla Cardoso looked horrible. Kamilla is too soft. Kamilla stands 6'7". Jonquel Jones stands 6'6". What is the excuse? I already told y'all. I told Kamilla. You came up under Dawn Staley. I thought you had some fight in you. You are to be an apex predator on that court because you're the tallest and the biggest. Last night's game, you went from being a great white shark to being a guppy, a clownfish. You look like Finding Nemo out there when you're supposed to be a great white shark. You turned into a clownfish. How are you 6'7" and Sabrina Ionescu 6 feet tall, Natasha Cloud 5'9" are snatching rebounds out your hand? It literally doesn't make any sense to me, guys. And I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of everybody and their nonsense. That's the problem with us as the fans. Let alone the team, the head coach, our GM. It's too many excuses. We need to talk about now. Tomorrow is not promised. Don't tell me to wait till the 10th game. Don't tell me, oh, well, somebody had the nerve to say, well, we could, because again, in my previous video, I said, name me a team in my comments right now who we could possibly beat. Somebody said, okay, we can sweep the Connecticut Sun. You think so? I don't believe we can. Not how we've been playing these 2 previous games, both Indiana Fever and then last night's New York Liberty. I believe the Connecticut Sun gonna do us like some dishes. The Dallas Wings, they gonna do us like some dishes. Atlanta Dreams, they gonna do us like some dishes. The Golden State Valkyries, they a baby team. We gonna get did like some dishes. The Vegas Aces, they don't care. They gonna do us like some dishes. At this point in time, y'all talking about, just wait into it. We just give us some time. How much more time do we need? We didn't got a brand new coach. We got brand new players. And we still look a fool on the court. I'm tired of waiting until, again, tomorrow is never promised. Why do we got to wait? Liberty ain't finna wait. The Fever ain't finna wait. Atlanta Dream ain't finna wait. The Washington Mystics, they ain't gonna wait. I remember last year, the LA Sparks. I was like, that's the team that, I'm not really worried about. For the most part, when we would play them last year, we would win. I think we lost to them maybe once or twice. This season, I don't see us whooping the LA Sparks now. One game. Not one game. Because we literally look a mess. Just no coordination, no fitness, no athleticism, no raw power strength, no plan. What's a man without no plan? We got outcoached last night because freaking Coach Marshmallow. Yeah, that's what the people are calling you, Tyler Marsh. You Coach Marshmallow because you're too soft. You got them damn Urkel glasses on. Doing what? Doing nothing. Just sitting on your behind, watching us get destroyed. And then if and when he would finally put up a play for us to try to get us back into the game, Courtney Vandersloot, Ariel Atkins, throwing the ball to the crowd, throwing the ball to the New York Liberty into the enemy's territory. Again, I saw that post-game interview that the Chicago Sky did after we got obliterated and humiliated once again, this time at our home court. It was just Tyler Marsh, it was Coach Marshmallow in between, it was Courtney Vandersloot to his left, and then it was Rebecca Allen to his right, I believe. And they had asked them, what are some things that you could do differently? Like, what are some things that, was really challenging for y'all? Courtney Vandersloot, again, she used to play for the New York Liberty last year. She said something along the lines of, well, they're really good shooters. Hello, y'all are professional basketball players. What's stopping you? What's stopping Angel Reese from being a good basketball player? And speaking of Angel Reese, again, I got to bring back this point. Tyler Marsh, again, Coach Marshmallow got her playing. He said that he wanted to, the vision and goal he has for her is to be more of an offensive threat. He wants her outside the paint, along the 3-point line. Again, listen, as human beings, we are highly adaptable. We are an intelligent species. We can learn things. Yes, of course we can. Jonquel Jones stands at 6'6". She has no issue getting points from the 3-point line, the mid-range line, from the right side to the left side, around the rim, behind the rim, to the side, right side, left side of the rim. Why is Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso, why are so many of our Chicago Sky players just one-trick ponies? All Angel Reese got is some rebounds. And again, like she said, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me confused or misconstrued the message. Yes, rebounds do win rings. But it's like, again, we need a little bit more than that. We need scoring ability. We need offensive threats. Kennedy Carter is long gone. If you ask me, we should put the pride aside. And I don't care if these people got to take out a loan, a personal loan, some bank loans. Buy out Kennedy's contract down there in Mexico and hire her back on. But see, that would be selfish of us. Because Kennedy Carter, as great and talented as she is, she's just one woman. She's just one player. Okay, yeah, so you can have that one player that, affects the team, in a positive way. That they got that leadership ability and that capability where they have that strength and that threshold to really bring us to where we got to go. But it wouldn't be fair to Kennedy to put all the pressure and all the, the responsibilities on us, on her. When y'all have four other women on that court, it's 5 women playing, it's 5 versus 5. Hello. Why can't you score? Again, what is stopping Angel Reese from getting better? Because during this offseason on Unrivaled League, she claimed that, Nafisa Collier promised her that she would help her out with them layups. She said that Asia Wilson promised her that she would help her out with the layups. Lisa Leslie, the legendary Lisa Leslie, who should be the coach of this team, if you ask me, she said that she was working with her layups and working in the gym with Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie sat down on Angel Reese's podcast and said to her face, she said, we're going to fix those layups. She said, that's an easy fix. So, again, I'm trying to understand, what is going on? What is the problem? It's as a doctor to diagnose, to treat a patient, first you got to diagnose the problem. We all know that Angel Reese struggles around the rim. She has no confidence at the 3-point line. Okay? Her offense, she is no offensive threat. She has a battery in her back. She can be, tumultuous. She can be, just so resilient when it comes to getting those rebounds, but we need a little bit more. We're tired of the one-trick pony. Again, this is not to be malicious. Again, perhaps maybe she's going through something mentally, okay? She's made claims that, it was racist slurs being, thrown her way when it was last Saturday when it was the Chicago Sky versus the Indiana Fever. Perhaps maybe that's the case. Maybe something going on with her relationship with her mom. I don't know. But it's again, Angel, you got to get up out of your head. Get, again, your mental, again, after the mental, once you get your mental right, the body will follow. For those 40 minutes of that game, I need you to be pure killer instinct. You and Kamilla. Again, Kamilla is a clownfish now. She's no longer our great white shark. And that's a shame. Again, I'm tired of the excuses. I will no longer, I have not. That's the thing for me. I've always kept it real about Angel Reese and our Chicago Sky, down to our coaches, down to Jeff Pagliacci. Y'all can just check my archives. I told the truth. People would attack me in my comments telling me, you're an Angel Reese hater. How am an Angel Reese hater? I want the best for her. But it's unfortunately, it seems as though, does she want the best for her? You know how painful it is to want something more than that person, but they don't want to put in no work? Again, we have a thing as human beings, we have this thing, especially here in America, called free will. I don't care if Tyler Marsh shows you to just play over here. You need to build your confidence up, work, put in time, work, effort, and energy, and becoming an offensive threat. You and Kamilla, as well as all the other women. Ariel Atkins, she literally hesitating to pass the ball. I'm gonna put all the clips in here. I got receipts, okay? Kamilla Cardoso literally looking at her give me the ball, even though, let's be real, if she would have gave Kamilla that pass, Kamilla probably was going to brick it. She was bricking all last night. She was just bricking everything. So it's I understand the frustration, but let's keep it real. Again, I will no longer make excuses, okay, and defend Angel Reese and the clownery of the Chicago Sky. There is no excuse for this nonsense. Again, they need to become militant, become disciplined at becoming a champion. What is the problem with that? Chicago Sky has been the laughingstock and has become the laughingstock of the WNBA. At this point, we are the number one. We are the worst team of the WNBA. I can't wait to see if we could bring something to Dallas Wings. Okay, I believe we play them sometime next week. Is it next Thursday? Paige Beckers, she got something to prove. Dejanay Carrington, all of them got something to prove. Enrique Ngumbawale, Isaiah James, they got something to prove. Chicago Sky look like they're okay being a loser. Again, it's time for us. We can no longer defend Angel Reese. We can no longer defend the Chicago Sky. Stop making excuses for Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso, and the Chicago Sky. Period.